Evangelist Karen Hitchcock. How long have you been ministering?
25 years. It's very challenging being a female minister because a lot of, everybody think it's just a man thing.
Okay.
But God doesn't work that way. I've seen a lot of places that I should have been able to get in, but because I was not a male, I couldn't get in those places.
And there's more women in churches?
I was blessed with 3 kids. Well, my daughter's name is Kendra Bianca Borders. We call her Queen Bee. He was with this guy back in 2009 that she decided that she didn't want to be with him no more because it was a lot of fighting all the time. And he shot her twice. He shot himself. She had finally made the right decision that she didn't want to take it no more. You see, he came to her job, killed her.
And it also said what you just said, leaving abusive relationship is usually the most dangerous part of the relationship. It takes an average of 7 attempts for somebody to leave.
At first, I couldn't go. It took me listening to Jamal Bryant, listening to his preaching, listening to McKissick. It took, God keep beating on me till I decide to let it go. When you lose someone in that kind of capacity, it's like all your hope is gone, like your heart just come clean out of your chest, like you're not human no more, because you be so far down that and nobody notice that you're down. You put on the big show for everybody. Everybody, I'm okay. But you don't really be okay. I dreamed that I went to the cemetery and dug her up. And when I dug her up and opened the casket, she turned her back to me. And she said, "Mama, let me go." She said, "If you don't let me go, I'm going to be the reason why you die. I need you to stay here for my kids." It was hard because I had to explain to them that their mom was gone. Matter of fact, there was a lot of time that they asked for stuff like that for Christmas. That they all only wanted their mom for Christmas. And that was something that I could not give because she told me that the guy that killed her mom, and that was her brother's dad, but it wasn't her dad. But he had molested her. And she told me that. She said, "Mama," she said, "he molested me." I said, "What you mean molested you?" Because it's a 3-year-old saying something. But that was a big word for her. And she said, "Well, at that point, I didn't know what hurt me the worst. Him killing my baby or him planting a seed in my grandkid to hurt her on through life. It had been happening to her. She just hadn't told me. But I knew something was wrong because she started stuttering when she talked. She said, "Reason I didn't tell you about what he would do because he said he would kill me and you and my mama."
For you, during that time, were there any signs or anything that stood out to you as a mother that maybe some type of abuse or something?
Yeah, it was a lot that stood out to me. I have actually went toe to toe with him when it came to my daughter. He kept her away from us. If she came to visit, he would make sure he called her every 5 minutes. Or, I gotta go. A week before this happened, he actually came to the house and brought her a ring. And she said, "No." She said, I don't want it. He gave her $500. She said, "You keep it. I don't want it. I'm not doing it no more." So she was tired.
I know there's probably some people listening that are going through something similar or have some family members that are going through something similar. And that's one reason that I wanted to sit down with you and maybe we could try to help somebody. What are some things that you think people should look for to warn them of this type of behavior, like red flags?
The biggest red flag is when somebody's constantly, they sitting with you at home. They constantly calling. They need this, they need that. They track them at all times. They never give them a break. They act like if they get around family, they're gonna get too happy, and then they're not gonna do with them. It's about the control. Watch how the kids act. If they sound timid or scared when he says something or she says something, watch how they react. Because 9 times out of 10, the kids are saying it too. But her last wishes were, she was trying to get into the Army. She told me, she said, "Mama," she said, "my biggest thing is," she said, "if you got haters," she said, "if you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's trying to get you 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. She said never just accept 5. Her biggest thing was her love for her kids. She loved them with everything. She sacrificed a lot for her kids. You know, even the day that she died, it was something special about the day that she died. She called me. She said, Mom, she said, the car just like hit me. She said, like something's going to happen. And she kept saying, she said, Mom, she said, I just want you to know I love you. No matter what, I want you to know I love you. Everybody had to go to my nephew's graduation from the Marine. But she was the only one that didn't get to go because she just had got this job. And I started dreaming and I was just falling down in this deep, deep, dark place, just like a dark place. And my phone rang. I called to tell you that Bianca's been shot and she didn't make it. And that day, I screamed so loud. I never heard a scream like that. And I said, no, God. I said, I did everything you told me to do. I said, why? My mind was saying, if I could just see her, if I could just lay hands on her, I could see her come. All I thought about was that Gilbert lady that had got shot. She was some kind of senator lady. Her last name was Gilbert. But she had got shot with a high powerful rifle in the head. And she lived. And all they could show me was a picture of her. And that hurts so bad to see her slumped over in her car. Just because y'all don't do y'all job, God's going to do his.
How do you think the laws are set up for victims of domestic violence?
It's not good. And I knew that this was going to happen. I knew it. I felt it. The fear stuck in so bad that I pulled my other 2 girls so close to me that they could not move. One of my children got so mad at me and moved way out there to, Seattle, Washington, to get away from me. She said I was smothering her. And I know I was. But when you lose something so precious, you can't help it. You know, a lot of people come to you and they'll say, well, you know, God don't make no mistake. And you know, it's all in his hand. That's the worst thing you could say to a parent.
And then after the funeral, you don't see them people no more.
No more. And all the people that said they were going to be there, they were going to help you with that.
And the biggest lie ever told.
Oh, I swear. The best thing to say to them is nothing. Just give them a hug and just say, I'm praying for you. That's the biggest thing you could do. Just give them a hug and say, I'm praying for you. But don't you dare go over there and tell them that God don't make mistakes. They don't want to hear that. I just want you to love on me.
And even if somebody have lost a child, that don't necessarily mean they know how you feel.
Exactly. I tell anybody, love on your kids while you have a chance. Project Safe is the biggest thing to go for. Project Safe not only comes in and gets you, but they put you in a place to stay in a safe haven.
If I'm safer to call them than the police.
Exactly. A lot of people think because you got what you call those?
TVO.
Yeah. That don't stop nothing. That's the worst thing to do, just to stay because you were afraid of what somebody gonna say. If a person hit you one time, they're gonna hit you again. I remember a situation. I was in a domestic violence relationship, and I remember this one time, and he hit me, and we fought like crazy. I'm telling you, we fought. And he ended up with a gun on me. I've never been the type of person that'll wear a butt whipping, and I never will, and my girls wouldn't either. And had dude came to my baby on one-on-one, he wouldn't have won that fight. But I need more men to step up and be there for their daughters and their sons.
How hard was that forgiveness part?
For me, it took me 7 years. Because if you want to see your baby again, you're going to have to forgive. And it's a daily process. You're not going to give just like that. But over time, you will get to that place where you like, okay, I got it now.
If somebody wanted to contact you for an engagement, how could they get in contact?
My phone number is 706-286-3592.